Hello guys, and welcome to the 8th video of the HTML series tutorials. In this video we're going to talk a little bit about styles, uh, meaning CSS properties. We have already talked about styles a little bit. We have used them here to change some background colors and text colors, but now we're going to be learning a little more about them. Let's go ahead and delete everything. Go ahead and type styles. This time I did not forget how to use styles. Alright. Let's go ahead and add a paragraph and type inside this text is normal. Go ahead and copy it, and now type this text is blue, this text is red, this text is orange and bigger. If we want to add CSS style in here, we have to add IDs to each and every one of these paragraphs. But since we want them to be different, it would be easier to do it as an HTML attribute. So go ahead and type style, color. Actually, this one does not need anything because it's normal. Right here, style, color, blue. Copy that. Make this red. Make this orange, since we already know about the color property, which changes the color of the text, right? That's easy. And now we also want this to be a little bigger, so we have to add another CSS property. Use a semicolon and type font -size and let's say 200%. Save this, refresh, and now you can see it is not only orange, but it also is bigger. So we already knew about the color property. We now know about the font size property, which makes the font larger or smaller. You can also use pixels, but percentages are a little more a little easier. Alright, let's say that we want this text to be red in a black background. You probably guessed what we have to use. It is background color and black. Save, refresh. Now this text is red in a black background. Great. We already knew color, the color property. We already knew the background color property. We have just learned the font size property. So let's go ahead and learn some more stuff. Let's say you do not want to be using the default font. You want everything in the website to use, let's say, Arial black. You can type in style body to affect everything inside the body, right? Just like you can do h1 or h4 paragraph, you can do body as well and affect everything inside the body element. And type font family, and inside double quotes type Arial black. Save and refresh. Everything is now displayed in Arial black. But what if you wanted a paragraph to be displayed in a different way? Add a page break to make it stand out a little bit. Go here, add some style. Actually, I'm going to add an ID potato and use the ID potato here. We have already seen that in a previous video, and we're gonna be covering more about IDs in a separate video, but let's use it for now, just so you know it. So let's say we want this to use the font Times New Roman. This text uses Times New Roman. Save, refresh, and now this text, as you can see, uses Times New Roman, while everything else in the body uses Arial black. So we already knew color, we saw it again. We already knew background color, and we used it again. We learned about font size, and now we have just learned about font family. Let's say you want to align the heading 1 in the middle. What do? You don't want it displayed here, you want it in the middle, right here. What you can do is, let's say it's one inside the styles. What you can do is add the text align CSS property and use, is it center? Please tell me it is center. Do I remember correct? What am I doing wrong? Do I not need quotation marks? I don't remember. Yeah, we do not need quotation marks. There's been some time since I last used it. So if you want anything to be displayed in the middle instead of the left, which is the default, you have to use text align center. You can also do right, and it will be displayed on the right, but let's leave it for now in the center. So what we learned: you can use styles either as an HTML attribute or separately, either inside the head or the body. There are you can change the color of the text, you can change the color of the background, you can make text bigger, you can change the font, and you can also change where the text is displayed. And just to make things a little more interesting, let's learn something new. Do this. Go to the body attribute inside style and say margin left 15%. Save it and refresh. What are margins? We are going to talk about margins in CSS in the CSS series, but you really should know about these. Alright, margin left or you could also do plain margin and have margin everywhere. Adds a margin inside the web page. What it does is to display what margin left does is that it indents everything on the web page, everything inside the body, actually, just like we said, by 15% of the browser window. We can also do right or bottom or top. Let's do top, and let's also do bottom. Let's do a 10% bottom, just to give us a little bit of. Why did I do top? I want it right. Just to add a little bit of space bottom. We cannot see anything right now because we do not have enough content inside the page, but trust me, there is a 10% margin at the bottom, just like there is 15% on each side. So we also learned about margins. We're going to be covering this in depth later on. So once more, you can change the text of the color, the background color, how big the text is, how what font is used and where it is displayed. And we also learned about margins, and we're going to be using margins like every normal website from now on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you on the next video.